One from Hasaranga, one from Tushara. He cleaned up Tanjit in the very first over. The boundaries have also just dried up for Bangladesh.
That's always been the trend, isn't it? With the field being spread, the spinners coming into it. Especially here in Dubai, there's been a lull period. 4 overs since. Played 28 runs, 23 runs. It's just under a run a ball.
কত বলে 30-20 রান মারলে 20-25টা 25 রান নিলে 20 বলে 25 রান নিলে 30 রান কমা 50 রান 50 বলে 50 রান দিয়ে
But what Bangladesh need to remember is they got the foundation right at the moment. Required rate 8. .7 these days. The job done, eyes closed.
Job done, eyes closed, says Russell Arnold. Well, only time will tell. There's a little bit of a conference between Captain Belalage just before the start of this over.
Change of winds for Belalage. Perfect from Ridoy. The role I was talking about that Litton needed to do. Give Saif the strike. His rhythm's good. Keep hitting the ball. He's on to 49, Saif Hassan. .7 these days. The job done.
Very lucky that hasn't gone to hand of the bowler. Slightly off the leading edge. It's happened a couple of times now. It's just a check shot has just plugged into the air. Lucky hasn't carried. This time tucks it around his legs. A push hard will only be one. A milestone turned over. Second half century in T20 national cricket. And it has been an absolute quality knock.
Hit Shuaraz, powerful and clever too. It was not an innings where he was swinging to all parts. He picked his spots, played the field. Saif Hassan. He's the key here for Bangladesh.
A little bit of air just outside the off stump, so still just the ones. Boundaries, we mentioned that lull period has been 19 deliveries since that boundary hasn't come along.
Yeah, required rate up to 9. Saif Hassan's scoring areas. Most of it down the ground. That's hitting through the line. That's why it's been safe.
Once again down the ground, but both long on and long off, very straight. An excellent work on the boundary. Tag team, keep them down to 1.
Chamika Karunaratne, the substitute on for Pathum Nissanka at the moment. Had a lot of ground to cover. He did that. And Hasaranga at hand. Good over from Wellalage so far. 4 singles. Can he finish strong is the question.
Should be just the one again. So another good over ticks by. Or maybe commentators, because slips over slide results into 6 off the over. Bangladesh 88 for 2.
বলে কাছে না বড়দের হিসাব
.81 off 54 is the equation. Short and put away. Fine up in the ring. Much needed boundary. It's taken 21 deliveries and it comes off the bat of Saif.
Enough to get it over. Firmly on.
Now 33 of 29. And he's had a what they've done well is ticked it along. 8 of the 5. Shanaka, he will hope he can close this out.
They need someone to stand up. Of course, Hasaranga is your go-to. But he's bowled 2 overs already. Something's got to come for Sri Lanka from somewhere else. Dushmantha Chameera's bowled 2 as well. So not many attacking options really with Asalanka at the moment.
Third up, long off on the boundary for the last delivery. Another good over for Bangladesh, ticks by 9 of the 12th, 97 for 2.
Right, 97 for 2 in 12. I'll tell you what, Bangladesh is scoring runs and need to score at 9 runs and over from here. And what they will become pleased about it is that the runs they've got is risk-free. 38 of 34 this partnership.
These days,
Haven't really found it too difficult. And this is what Sri Lanka needs to do. They need to keep building dots. And with spin now, Asalanka has Velalage as an option, Hasaranga as an option. This is 6.
Salah.
Went the distance. With a lot of power. And we welcome Ataran Khan to the commentary.
Well, it's certainly welcome Velalage with that massive hit towards the mid-wicket area. And that too from the bat of Ridoy. Really launched himself into it. Look at that distance. 97 meters. What a shot. He's seen some big sixes already this evening. That's one of them. He enjoyed that.
Certainly did, no doubt about it. Slightly slower and shorter. There's something in the surface. There is some grit. Seen the odd ball, very little turn, but these batters, particularly Saif, has looked so good. On Tushar went for runs, going full. Amira has gone for 19. Sri Lanka has a problem here. Amira has 2 overs left. Hasaranga has 2 overs left. But someone else needs to put their hand up.
Yeah, who would that be? That's what they have done so far. 5 bowlers used. Yeah, with that 6th 100 on the board for Bangladesh.
And they're making runs easily. They're really making batting look easy. 10 off that over. 107 for 2. Went for runs, going full. Amir has gone for 19. Sri Lanka has a problem here. Amir has 2 overs left. Hasaranga has 2 overs. Right, those are the buildings. And they've been quite consistent, I must say, for Bangladesh. And the requirement, 62 of 42, under 9 runs and over, very gettable. Now looking at the options Sri Lanka has, now Hasaranga coming on at the other end, but they could also call on Kamidu Mendes, who's ambidextrous. There's also Charith Asalanka, who could come in and bowl, but they need to find someone who can get you wickets. This man, yes, it's an option. He can get you wickets, but what about the support at the other end? Slower.
This Bangladesh dressing room will be hoping that this pair was now added 47 or 40 runs. Do not take any chances against someone like Hasaranga, because he's the danger. If he picks up a couple of wickets here, then Sri Lanka back in the game.
Yeah, very simple. It's all about wickets. Dot balls would create pressure. They're excited, aren't they? That's a big contingent of Bangladesh fans. Very vocal. Why not? 61 or 40. That's what's required. He's also bowling from an end where he's got a very long leg side boundary, Hasaranga. And also slowing it down, not looking to push it through.
I still feel he needs to toss it up a little bit, invite the batter to take the bait. Got a long off and long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg.
Goes through extra cover. That is a very good shot, I'll tell you. Look at the way he sets himself up. Hasaranga threw it up and he gave himself room and went through extra cover.
Already seen Saif Hassan display what he has done with the bat, but take a little note of the batter on screen. He smashed that over the top of the cover. We talk about maybe going over the top towards long off, long on, but what a shot. 50 partnership with that boundary.
Definitely that last ball a bit too straight. Extra cover open. Ridoy did very well, gave himself room. That's what they've got, 54-44. It's gradually gathering momentum now.
Don't want to do anything silly. This is the last ball of his over.
Will this be taken? Yes, it is. That's what they're after. Wanindu Hasaranga gets a wicket. They were after that wicket. They needed a breakthrough. And that is exactly what Saif does.
Yeah, I did mention, I hope he does not do anything silly. He was trying to go on the onside and gets at the top edge. Just couldn't pick up the length. He's eyeing to play it towards mid-wicket and loops up. And Velalage does the rest. That is the breakthrough that Sri Lanka wanted. And it's none other than Hasaranga who provides it for his team. A good knock comes to an end, 61 of 45. Saif goes, Bangladesh 114 for 3.
Jaki gimana gitu? Kalau gitu, jadi kenapa pakai pintu kotor? Kotor. Nagbango lang ito. Salah, hol na, di tama karan. Out travel. Kung sa mata pa ito, kung tidak tahu, kita tahu apa.
Shamim Hussain has looked impressive in his career so far. Seen him bat with a lot of authority and aggression. Comes in to join Ridoy. Bangladesh need 55 in the last 6 overs. And there's going to be more spin. Yep, it's going to be Kamidu Mendis. So those are the options captain has, but this is what Shamim Hussain has achieved very early in his career. That strike rate will improve. He's a striker of the ball. Kamidu Mendis, ambidextrous, and bowled with both left and right. Couple of runs.
Just cannot find why he attempted to play that shot. Your poor choice of shots, because that was the last delivery. And Sri Lanka exactly needed that. Look at his reaction. Know how important this could turn out to be. Well set batter, back in the crease. New batter comes in. They need to start all over again.
4. That is 4. In the gap. Too easy for Ridoy. Tossed up. And that area is open. So the invitation accepted with both hands.
And it is one of his profitable area. Remember, in the previous over, he also hit one in that direction. He gets into a really good position and he allows the ball to come closer and then he frees. Eyeing that area over the cover fielder. Lovely, lovely hit.
6. That's massive. See, that's the problem Kamidu Mendis was going to face if he goes leg stump. He went over extra cover. That's the longer boundary. This is the shorter side.
The problem with the part-timer, if you don't get it right, you will get the treatment. First one was a boundary on the offside, and he pulls it short. Look at how short that is. Easy, too easy for someone like Ridoy to hit it. Oh, he catches it in the stands.
Ideally, Sri Lanka will be hoping to catch it in the field, not to be. But that's the line he'll have to bowl. Go wide with the off stump. He's got a deep extra cover and a long off, but nothing short. Because the leg side boundary, we've spoken about it. Just 62 meters. Short and wide. Not the length, not the length. That's not the field. The field is set for a different length.
With that boundary, 16 runs already in this over. Still one legitimate delivery to be moved. That's a top cut shot. Played it late, bisected the two fielders, and has raced over to the boundary.
That is what Kamidu Mendis was expected to do, but a big over. 130 for 3.
পারবে 30 বল 40 রান করবে ভয় লাগে কাফি ভয় লাগে জিতা না যখন বাংলাদেশ দেখেন এটা দিনছে এটা জিতা না
That's what I mean. Right, 39 of 30. That should not be a worrying target. 7 wickets in hand. Howard Ridoy, 44 of 27. Lots of discussions happening in that Sri Lankan dugout. 168 for 7 looked a pretty decent score. For the Bangladesh batters, to their credit, have done extremely well. Oh, could be trouble here. Needed a direct hit. Needed a direct hit.
It ricocheted at the bat of the non-striker and went pretty close to the fielder in the covers.